Ankur, please come here so that we will have the same view. Yes. Both of you. All right.
It's on, Guruji.
Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sadguru Sri Ramananda Parabrahma Namaha. Om Sadguru Sri Shivananda Parabrahma Namaha. Om Sadguru Sri Krishna Paramatma Namaha. Om Sadguru Sri Nityananda Parabrahma Namaha. Om Sadguru Sri Vyasa Bhattarkaya Namaha. Om Sadguru Sri Shankara Bhat Padacharya Namaha. Atma Namaskars to one and all. Good evening to all of you. You are all my Guru Swarupa. Today, again, it is going to be a discussion between doctors. Today, a new doctor, young and energetic doctor, Dr. Saurabh, neurosurgeon and neurology. Yes, neurology. And yesterday we had already discussion with the renowned cardiologist, Dr. Ankur. He is neurosurgeon, Saurabh, Dr. Ankur, cardiologist, and our friends, devotee family. These are all our devotee families. He is Mr. Vedla Suresh. He came from Boston to attend to the retreat that is going to be started from tomorrow morning onwards in this Lafayette of Louisiana. And the ladies in front of me, she is Jaya Mova, came from St. Louis. She is already our devotee. And the lady in the middle, she is Fanirani from Cleveland. And the rightmost girl, Mehendi, she is Dharmapatni of Dr. Ankur. She is also doctor. Oh, you are a doctor in which lungs, pulmonologist. Very nice, very nice. Oh, and intensive care. Very nice. He is Mr. Ravi. He is an engineer. So these are the participants today, and now we are going to have some medical discussion. So, first of all, I want to tell you, our yogam is closely related to our medical sciences. First thing we should know, because respirations, whatever yogam you do, you are dealing with the respirations only. So unless you know the theory of respirations, we cannot do this pranayama. So pranayama is, that is already told to you and other people also. But he is a new man, so let me have some introduction. And this pranayama is a good old technique told by the great rishis, but later on that was gradually faded away due to so many reasons. But I, being a doctor, happened to be the devotee of our great Gurudev, Brahmarshi Sri Swami Ramananda Prabhu. He is a great yogi. He did penance in the caves, and he was a brahmachari and took sannyasam, and he lived up to 91 years. 91 years, and I approached him. No sooner I have entered into my government service. I did government service for 30 years. So I started simultaneously both the government service and spiritual service also. So I had the upadesham from my guru. So when I was practicing this, practically I could understand that this is very needed to doctors. But the doctors, we think that we know the human physiology superficially. We know the human physiology superficially, but there is something behind that, because the entire system, all the organs are being run by the vital energy that is called prana shakti. What do you say? But we are never taught in this line. We are dealing with so many systems: cardiovascular system, respiratory system, endocrine system, excretory system, digestive system, something like that. So our studies has been divided into system wise, but in converging the entire system study, there is only one force, that is prana shakti. That prana shakti is traveling throughout the body, but where it is started, we don't know. Do you say? Can you say where from it is started?
Probably near heart.
Near heart. So we say that it is heart. Heart, you can translate the heart. You can translate the heart. So if it is started from the heart itself, can you translate the heart? What do you say? Huh? We think that the power started from the heart. If it is really started from the heart, can we transplant the heart? That is my question. What do you say? Now you now started thinking. The life force starts from the brain, not from the heart. Because you are a neurosurgeon, how many operations you have done?
So I'm a neurologist.
Neurologist, you are medical neurophysician. You can say neurophysician. Whatever it may be, but you know everything about brain because you are a neurophysician. So the brain consists of so many parts, you know. Out of all these parts, the important structure is hypothalamus, which is the sheet anchor of the autonomous nervous system. If I am going any wrong, please correct me. Because you are virgin with the subject of medical sciences. So that is hypothalamus, that is center of the autonomous nervous system. Did you ever hear any person who operated on hypothalamus? Hypothalamus? Of course, many people have entered into the pituitary. They have done operations for the anterior and posterior pituitaries. But did you ever hear? Why? Because if you enter into the hypothalamus, if you meddle there, if you put a needle there, no, the person dies. Why? Because that is center of the life force, prana shakti. From there, it is coming downwards in the form of respirations. And again, is it trying to go upward through the spinal cord. The life force is coming down through 12 pairs of cranial nerves, 31 pairs of spinal nerves. I am telling your anatomy. I studied some long back. Probably you might have born or not. I have finished my MBBS in the year 1975. What is your date of birth?
1985.
85. Just 10 years after my finishing MBA. So it is trying to go upwards. So there must be always some connection from that center to the periphery. Then only you will be live. Live in the sense when it comes down and again it tries to go upwards. When it is going upwards, you will get the blood supply to the brain. Understand? If it is going downwards, the blood supply or any energy will go downwards only. So you will get away from the brain while going downwards. When it is going upwards, you are coming nearer to the center of the origin. So in every person, we are expiring more and inspiring less, In the other sense, expression is passive and the inspiration is active. What is meant by active and passive? Just we know the words, but what is the pathology behind it? This we don't know. We don't know. But actually, in every expression, we are losing energy. Again, our medical field or scientific persons will say that you are losing carbon dioxide. It is good, everybody says. Not only carbon dioxide, you are losing more energy also. More energy, divine energy, knowledge, happiness, and everything. So to regain that energy, you have to take it upwards. But to take it upwards, there is an obstruction or hindrance. What is that obstruction? Can you tell me with your basic idea of medicine? Why we are not able to take this inspiration upwards freely than the expression? Do you have any idea? You are from Haryana, neurophysician from Haryana. You hail from Haryana, but you are working here only. Okay, right. Do you have any idea?
Guruji, as you mentioned, our knowledge is limited to superficial.
Oh, maybe. Maybe, but whatever you know, please tell me that.
So, with the superficial science
yes.
in front of the
So,
yoga science,
okay.
I would say that
At least we should come to that decision that the philosophical science is much higher than the medical science, what we know till now. I'm not denying this medical science because also I came from that. I know the depth of it. But beyond that, there is something applied science. Applied science. So the heart or the brain functions according to the availability of the life energy within you. Is it not? Within you. When you have got glucose, your heart and everything will function. But to digest that glucose also, pranashakti is necessary. Simply, if you put glucose into your blood, will it work? So it has to be digested. It has to be converted into its ingredients. ADP will be converted into ATP. That you know. So what is the difference between ADP and ATP? That is the phosphate bond. Phosphate bond. That is contains energy. Understand? So this energy can be explained in terms of ADP and ATP only. But in Vedantam, this energy or vital force is something beyond what we know. This energy has got light. It has got 4 qualities. One is light. Light in the sense, not this light. Divine light. This light will form a shadow. You put in an obstacle, opaque substance, it will form a shadow below this. But this divine light will never have a shadow. It will pass through and through. That indicates that all the material in this universe is studded in that divine light. Divine light is not there somewhere in a particular area, but everywhere is that only. But in that, the entire matter is existing. Entire matter is existing. So it has got divine light and divine knowledge also. See, without Pranashakti, you cannot talk. You cannot talk. If it is vacated from the body, can a dead body will talk? So as long as your Pranashakti is there, you will talk. So it indicates it has got knowledge and happiness also. You will enjoy with the senses as long as that life force is within you. When it is vacated, you cannot enjoy that. So it is happiness also. And if you touch the body, living body, you feel warm. You feel warm. If you touch the dead body, you feel that it will be cold and clammy. So the Pranashakti has got heat nature, light nature, knowledge, happiness, and power also. When it is there only, your vital organs will be functioning, mind will be functioning. So it has got power also. So that power, divine power, having all these qualities, is being regularly going downwards through our respirations. Through our respirations. How? Expiration is more, inspiration is less. Our scientific people or any person who is in the material plane will think that this is natural. This is natural. This is not natural. This is unnatural. Where we can't penetrate or do anything, we call it as natural. What do you say? So our respirations are always abnormal. But still we say that they are natural. Why? Because the rate of respirations and the depth of respirations, are they common to each and everybody? No. Why? That depends upon their energy within them. That energy within them. So when it is different from individual to individual, can we say that it is natural? No. So like that, what is the natural thing? When it goes upwards only, it is natural and it is common to everyone. When it goes down, it is very in every individual, even in the lower creatures, animals also. But if it goes upwards, it is common because it is in the form of divine light. That divine light is common. It is everywhere. It is the source of this creation. All this matter exists in that divine light only. Because we cannot perceive that, we come to a conclusion that whatever you see outside is natural. See, Srinivas Gumpana, come on, please. He is another, our family member. Namaskaram, Gurudeva. Sai, right. ఇలా ఒకసారి చూపిస్తాను. నిన్ను కూడా చూపిస్తాను. Gumpana Srinivas from Baltimore. Right.
Yeah, it's our, is in the gang of the.
He is one of our family members. Okay. So if you want to see God in everywhere, God in everybody, you have to see the common factor which is there in everyone. What is that common fact? Life force. That life force is now it is running in different ways, in different individuals. If you go upwards, you can understand that is the only thing that is in the form of divine light. So that divine light, when you see, then you can understand that God is everywhere, because God himself is divine light. He is supreme energy. Supreme energy. That energy is beyond all these physical energies. You are taking food, you know. You are taking food for what? Energy. Which energy? To function the vital organs, physical energy, and to some extent mental energy also. Glucose and other things. But God is beyond all these energies. Supreme energy. Supreme energy means whatever you see or feel or discover, all these types of 8 energies are there in the creation. God is beyond all these 8 energies, 8 forms of energies. That's why we call it as Ashtavida Shaktulu. Lord Sri Krishna has got 8 wives. What are those? Who are those wives? You name them, all these things. Lord Sri Krishna is supreme energy. It has got 8 energies. Ashtavida Shaktulu, Ashtalakshmis. All these are 8 energies. So the 8 energies has got a husband. That husband is divine light. That is God. That is Lord Sri Krishna. Understand? So leave alone all these things. Our aim is to know what is actually there within us. What is actually there within us. Unless you know that, you cannot totally understand the system wise. Suppose you are a cardiologist. Can we understand that how the heart is functioning without knowing that? Without knowing that, can we understand that how brain is functioning? What do you say, Ankur?
We don't know how it is. We don't know what makes the heart
Yes.
start beating.
Yes.
So, no. We haven't able
To say, actually to say that that same supreme power is acting on every individual, not only human beings, in the lower animals and creatures also. Same force is beating. It is pulsating in every creature, within us also. If you take into consideration that it's a single force, we are not at all existing. We are not at all existing. But because of our decrease of our energy, we are feeling that I am a separate individual. I am a separate individual. Then you will feel, I will feel that you are a separate individual. So the difference of separation is due to our less mental energy. In Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter, it says like this: Sarvabhuteshu yenaikam bhavam aviyamikshate avibhaktam vibhakteshu tajnanam vidhi satvikam. Same force is existing in every creature, though it is appears to be different. That if you got that knowledge, then you, that is called sattvam. Sattva means he is with jnani. Pradagvenati ajnanam nana bhavan pradagdan vet sarveshu bhutesh ajnanam vidhi rajasam. So whatever you see, you are seeing in a different way. You are separate, and this is an inanimate object. So there is live and dead, like that we are separating. So if you see like that, that is called Rajogana Jnana. That means you have already came into diversity. Diversity in unity. Our aim should be, you have to see the unity in diversity. How to? You go upwards. The root of the entire creation is here only. Here only. See, there are two cycles, circles. There are two circles. One is a small circle, another is a big circle. The small circle consists of this body, whereas the big circle consists of this entire universe. What do you say? So, for these two circles, the center is here only. There is a small circle and there is a big circle. For these two circles, the center is here only, one and the same. But within this small circle, we are not able to concentrate or go to the center. If you go to the center in this, you can understand the small circle as well as the big circle also. This is Pindandam, that is Brahmandam. So you want to know anything about God outside or inside, you have to go to your own center. So I am telling in nutshell about how to know this supreme power, which is in the form of divine light. Do you have any questions? Just mana family members. Srinivas. Yes. Panirani.
I'm not a doctor, so I'm going to ask
You are an engineer.
a question.
Ah.
So in the medical field,
Hmm.
what is the assumption behind the life force? What do doctors call as a life force in the body?
In medical science, what do you call it?
What's the assumption behind the life force?
What is the?
Assumption behind
That is,
life force.
see, we cannot say in the medical field as such a life force is like this. We have already divided and studied. See, in cardiovascular system, the life force is circulating in the form of blood. In the nerves, it is in the form of some nervous fluids, acetylcholine or whatever you call, adrenaline, all these things, nervous system. And other systems also, we call them so many ways. But as a whole, we can't have any idea about this life force. What do you say?
Absolutely.
Huh? Absolutely correct. Because you are the experts, your brain and heart. These are the main. So, whatever we deal with this body, first of all, let us try to know the main force, that is Prana Shakti. Prana Shakti. So, to know this Prana Shakti, you have to know and go to the seat of origin. Going to the seat of origin at the center of the eyebrows, we call it as, that is called hypothalamus and pituitary. That is pranayama. Now it is going downwards. You have to again extend it to its origin. That is called going nearer to the origin, is called prana ayama. Ayama means lengthening. Now it is going to some extent only. Just like the ball, when you throw a ball from terrace to the ground, it will fall and jump to some extent. Again, it will fall down. Like that, it is going down, going far away from the starting point. That is life, what we are facing now. Everybody is facing lokum soka hatancha samastham. Bhajagovindam. Lokum soka hatancha samastham. Everybody is suffering. Irrespective of rich or poor and anybody. Everybody is suffering. Why? Because everybody is losing the same. Physically, we see the differences. But whether any person of any society class, he is suffering. Why? Because he is losing. So sokam or sadness or misery are totally dependent upon our loss of energy from the center of the eyebrows. If you are far away, you will be always sad. If you are going never nearer to that, you will be feel happy. That is the main essence of Vedanta. Punyam papam. We say punyam. Punyam means after having downwards and outwards, we select that I am doing punyam and I am doing papam. The coming downwards itself is papam. Going upwards is punyam. That is what Bhagavad Gita says. Buddhi yukto jahate ube sukrut dushkute tasmat yoga yujjasya yoga karma se kausalam. Buddhi yukto jahati iha. When a person is doing this pranayama or yogam, he will leave the bad, good or ill effects of this karma. Whatever karma you are doing, some people with call it as some are good karmas, punya karmas, some are bad karmas. But if you go upwards, you leave away all the effects, the karma phala here itself, because you are already getting detached from this karma phala.
So, Guruji, if it does not come down, how do we live in this world?
When it is coming down only, you are saying that you are living. Living means you are having respirations, See, any man or any creature, you declare that it is alive means by seeing the respirations only. Respirations only. When they don't have respirations, if you go to samadhi, you don't have respiration. If that person dies, you don't have respirations. So between the death and samadhi, you will have respirations. Then we call it as alive. Understand?
Samadhi has no respiration.
Huh?
Samadhi has no.
Samadhi, no respirations. So samadhi is of two types, There is sampratnyata samadhi and asampratnyata samadhi. So when you are going upwards, you will get a state where your respirations will be under your control. But still you will have respirations. Small movement in the nose and the brain. There will be small movement. You feel that you don't need any lungs. If you practice for 3 or 4 hours regularly, at one stage you don't feel that I don't need lungs. My respirations are taking place inside only. So that is state of Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta means he is alive, but he is liberated. There is another state that is Videha Mukta, where there are no respirations. His life force totally merged in the seat of Atman. That is Samadhi. That is Mahasamadhi. That is once for all. It will never come again. Even the Jivan Mukta also will never come again, but he will be functioning with the organs, with the body parts. So he will be functioning. He will be moving with the help of these 5 senses, Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas. He will be utilizing all these senses, but he is still liberated. That is called Jivan Mukta. Our aim of doing this yogam is only to achieve that state.
So Jivan Mukta, he functions normally like other people.
They will function.
They function
They will function. They will function, but nobody can understand. He will appear to be like a normal man. In Jivanmukta, the respiration will come up to 4 inches only. But in ordinary person, they will come up to 12 inches. So 4 inches means he has got control over the respiration.
that concentric circle example. That's very powerful.
Very powerful.
That is,
See, whatever Vedanta you tell, you should give apt example so that a layman can understand easily. So without example, we cannot explain the Vedanta.
so the outer circle is
Brahmanda, infinite.
The inner circle is individual, it's limited,
Infinite.
but they are common.
They are common.
Because it is infinite, it can have many centers.
Yes.
Whereas our limited one,
Without leaving your own center, we are trying to know the Brahmanda outside. Instead of going to the center, we are going to the periphery. We are searching for the Brahmanda, what is happening, there is in the Brahmanda, just simply by going to the periphery. But you can understand when you go to the center. Where is that center that is within you? That what is please?
I just got curious, referring to Lord Bhagavad Gita. Does yoga liberates you from the penances for bad karma, or it prepares you to face those penances? Because eventually you have to.
Yes, you have got very good question. So most of the people,
Because my reference is from Bhagavad Gita only. In Mahabharata, Krishna told Yudhishthira that
yes,
when you go to penance, you still have to face it, but it just prepares you to be strong when you can face that.
yes. See, the purpose of doing this sadhana, everybody has to face his own previous karma. Has to face his own previous karma. That is karma phala. So to every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Normally, superficially, you can apply the third law of Newton. But when you are facing that karma phala, your mind should be there with this body. By the time when you are facing this karma phala, if your mind goes inside, who is going to face it? Who is going to face it? Tell me. The main essence of yoga told in Bhagavad Gita is that only. That's why I have already uttered this sloka. Buddhi to jahateha uve sukrut pushkute tasma. Yoga is just yoga karmashu kausalam. Jahati iha. He will live here itself. Ubhe sukrudushi, both good and bad karmas. Because this yogam has got that skill to liberate from the good and bad karma phalas. So your question is for preparation of to face that karma phala, or you don't face that karma phala, but that is your question, is it not?
But thank you. This makes sense that you become so powerful that you can face the karma phala, but it does not affect you.
Yes.
That makes sense. Thank you.
It won't affect you. Another thing is, when you are doing this sadhana, you will become master of the universe. Master is Yogishwara. Ishwara means master. Rajyadi moksha paryantam samasta eva sampada deha annividheyatva sajya sarvasya raghava. Whatever the
the boons or Aishwaryam is there in this universe, you will enjoy that. You will enjoy that by having control over this prana Shakti. See, I will tell you an example. Our Gurudev used to tell this example. If you are deficient of something in your house for food or anything to enjoy anything, you have got some deficiency. You want something. To have that something, you have to go to bazaar. Suppose something is lacking in your house. To achieve that, you have to go to bazaar. Is it not? But when you are having control of the universe, whatever the thing is available is within you only. So you need not go outside. You need not, that's why Ishvara has control over the Maya. So that is called Maya Adhisha. When he has got control over the Maya, of course, when he has got to that state, he doesn't want anything. Aptakamasya Kastruha. That is there in Gaudapada Karika. Some people question about this nature, why it is happening like that. Why so many people are suffering? Why so many people enjoy irrespective of their effort or anything? We call that it is due to previous government or something like that. We have been satisfied. But some people questioned about why God has created like this. Then Gaudapada Maharshi, the Param Guru of Adi Shankaracharya, is told that Bhogadhamiti Srishtirit Chanye, Kredarthamiti Chapare, Swabhavashtasya Atmakamasya Kaskruha. Some people say that Bhogadhamiti, to enjoy, God has created this. Kredarthamiti Chapare. Some people say that he is playing like a game. He is playing like a game with this nature or Maya. Swabhavastaishya. It is his nature, it is his swabhavam, it is his tendency. Aptakamasya Kaspruha. When he is having everything, why does he need all these things? See, when you are having everything within your house, why do you go outside? So like that, God himself is having everything because the entire creation is within him. So why does he play or enjoy? So it is his nature. I will give you an example. Suppose there is an ocean. Ocean is always with the waves. With waves. If you question why ocean gets waves, why ocean gets waves, is there any answer for it? So having waves, you call it as ocean. Without waves, there is no ocean. So like that, there is always the God and the nature, they are combined together. So if you come to the left part of the Maya nature, naturally you will face all these questions. You will get all these questions without any answer. But if you come to the right side, that the Isvara Paka, Ardhanarisvara, you know, there is Ardhanarisvara. Right side is Nari, Isvara, and left side is Nari. Nari means nature, force, all this force of nature. The right side is Nirguna Parabrahma Isvara. So both combined together is called Ardhanarisvara, one thing. Like that, there is an ocean. That ocean is having so many waves that is at the bank only, not in the middle. Ocean will never have waves in the middle, but it will be having so many turbulence at the beach. So if you are, as long as you are at the beach, you will ask question, why this ocean has got waves? But if you go to the depth of it, in the middle of the ocean, you can never question because it is always still stable. So like that, when we are with the respirations, we are at the beach. Our mind is always turbulent, always oscillating, and asking questions, why it is becoming that? If you go to the middle center of the ocean, there won't be any waves. No question about nature. What do you say?
That's true.
Huh?
Correct.
Only thing is the lack of sufficient mental energy. Because of lack of sufficient energy, we are getting so many questions. So if you get sufficient energy, there is no question of facing karma also. There is no question of doing karma also. Simply these youngsters are doing. Because ocean is moving with waves, is it doing any karma? Its tendency to is only to have waves at the beach. So like that way, when you go to the single entity, there is nobody is doing karma. Because you are thinking that I am a separate individual, you have to face the karma. But whatever you are facing is important part of the universal Paramatma. You are not responsible. You are responsible only when you are thinking that I am a separate individual. That's why the great people who did penance, they will simply offer everything to God. I'm not at all doing. Only God is doing. Ishwarecha. Everything is going according to Ishwarecha. That Ishwarecha means he's thinking that I'm not an individual. I am energy, you are the divine light, I am also divine. So this is philosophy. Ask about the medical field. Any questions? But anyhow, even though you are a medical doctor, you have got philosophical bent of mind. That is very much important. There are so many people who got names of sorrow in North India. What is the cause for? What is the cause for it? I have got so many persons hailed from Haryana and Delhi, Saurabh. Even Calcutta also. Of course, Saurabh.
Saurabh, Bhagwan ki kasam. Saurabh.
Saurabh means Surya. What is the reason for putting that name? Is there anything reason?
Ask my parents.
I lost me. Go to the
But
center.
Saurabh, I looked up, it means fragrance, and Saurav is Surya.
Why you are putting Saurabh, you know? I am asking that question, you know. So the main force responsible for this entire universe is Surya, sun only. The sun is nothing but Surya Narayana Murti. He is Narayana. So instead of calling Narayana, you are putting the name as Saurabh. So God's son and Narayana Murti, they are one that you say. Oh, welcome, Jayram. Welcome, Jayram.
Is that your?
Yeah, I can take it this side. Beach में गला सूख जाता है.
Come on. Life is going on. Oh, that's wonderful. He is Dr. Jayram. Yes. He came from Indiana Police. Yes. Indiana Police. He's also a great scientist. You like enjoyed his questioning in the previous videos also. So he also came from a long distance to attend the retreat tomorrow. Right, welcome. Thank you. Please. Any question? Philosophical question or medical question?
It was very good to know that at the center you don't need to do karma.
Yes.
So now I just wonder, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, "You like I am Narayan," when he talks to Arjun, but I still do karma. I still do come to earth.
Yes, yes. Me badhasti kartavim trishlokesh kinchana avaptavi vartayevacha karmani.
Yeah. So
The exact meaning you are telling, that is at the slokam in the 3rd chapter.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he says that even like I am God, I don't need to do anything, but I still come and do things.
It is not. He is not doing personally, you know.
Yeah, no, not personal. Yeah.
His tendency is doing to do karma. Karma in the sense, here also there is a great misunderstanding. Karma means action. Karma means action, movement. Movement what? It is coming downwards is karma, and going upwards is karma yoga.
Hmm.
That's why you have to add yoga to the karma, that is karma yoga. So without going upwards, doing karma, we say that whatever you do outside, we are doing karma yoga. It is not karma yoga, that is simply doing karma. Karma yoga means you go upwards by doing yoga, then it will be called as karma yoga. So you thoroughly read about Bhagavad Gita. Something.
So if I understand you correctly, when we are lower energy, then we karma, it is mostly tainted by selfishness. But when we do karma yoga and go upward, and when you can see that oneness, then when you act, you are acting for the good of all.
This is what I said. That's what I said. Doing karma means going downward, getting less energy. So doing with less energy is called karma. Doing with more energy is called karma yoga. So with energy will be never be touched with that karma phala.
It is karma phala tyagam.
Karma phala tyagam. So you are also reading so many Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita. So great people are coming here.
We to do the karma phala tyagam, to reach that stage. What I'm trying to say is, you are doing some karmas, right? So they definitely are guided by some interest. There are some certain criteria you want to do certain actions, right? So how does this karma phala tyagam come into effect?
I have been telling so many times. Karma phala tyagam. See, you divide this frame into 3 parts. Karma phala tyagam. Karma means action. Phala means the effects of that karma. Tyagam means divide of that karma phala. These are 3 words. Karma phala tyagam. In Bhagavad Gita, first I will quote this slokam and then I will explain it. Yukta karma phalam chakva syantim apnoti naishtikyam. Ayuktaha kamakarena phale sakto nibajyate. In chapter. Fifth chapter. Yukta karma phalam chakva syantim apnoti naishtikyam. Yuktaha means yukta ichuchite yogi. That is in the 6th chapter. So a yogi alone karma phalam chakva. He will leave the karma phalam. After that, he will get the peace of mind. Santim apnoti. Naishtikyam. After doing this sadhana, nishtha. Ayuktaha. Those who don't do this yogi. Kamakarana, because of the ambitions towards desires. Kamakarana. Phale sakto, he will be entangled with this karma phalam. Nebajyate, he will be bonded. So who is going to do karma phala tyagam? Yuktaha karma phala tyagva. So yogi, how he is doing of this karma phala tyagam? That is the thing. See, a person, whether he does the karma with less energy or more energy, he will have to face that karma phala. With less energy or more energy, you will have to face the karma phala. Even the great people also have faced so many karma phalas. But the thing is, when you are with less energy, you will have definitely karma phalam. And at the time of facing the karma phalam, you will face with your own less energy mind only. With less energy mind only. You have started a karma with less energy, and when the time comes to face that karma phalam, you have gone higher up. Then you have improved your mental energy. So then who is going to face that karma? Whatever you are going to face, it is with the mind only. So the mind is already gone. It has already gone to the balance, and it has already gone to the equilibrium state. So nobody is going to face that karma. That's why Yukta Karma Phalam Chakra. Yogi alone can leave that karma phalam. Understand? That is the main essence of Bhagavad Gita. Karma phala tyagam is not so easy.
So he's not actually not doing any tyagam. He just simply doesn't face it.
Yes, not tyagam in the sense
Yeah, that's what.
he is not facing that karma.
Yeah.
Phalam.
So there is no act of it.
There is no charity in that. Charity means we say that it is something charity.
Right. That's
There is no charity in that. Simply, he will leave that. While doing karma, if he is a yogi, he will leave here itself. Or else, when he is facing that karma phala, if he has already attained that equal state, he will never face that. In 12th chapter, Bhakti Yoga, there is one thing. Shreyohi jnanam abhyasat, jnana vishishite, jnana karmaphala tyaga shanti ranantaram. Most of the people, they say that they by heart this 12th chapter because this is very small chapter. They will get it by hearted, because if I get it by hearted, I will be most devotion, bhakti yoga, because I am going through bhakti yoga. But what Lord Sri Krishna told you, no? Shreyohi jnanam abhyasat. That means simply practicing is of no use. You should know what for you are doing. So you should have some preliminary knowledge about Vedanta. Then do abhyasam. You then practice. Jnana dhyana vishishate. And not only knowing the theory and practicing, ultimately you have to get the wisdom, the practical knowledge. So mere knowing, mere doing, sadhana is preliminary. You do sadhana with knowledge, and these two are also not sufficient. You have to achieve the wisdom, and even after getting wisdom also, the karma phala tyag is superior to all these three. That is what Lord Sri Krishna says. So karma phala tyag is not so easy. Tyaga shanti anantaram. Then only you will get the equilibrium of the mind. 12th chapter. Because I am happy you are on very thorough with Bhagavad Gita. So I am quoting the slokas.
I think when you are saying that Shanti, that is the last one.
Yes.
After yoga.
After doing all these efforts.
So the Shanti, is it for the mind or is it for the spaciousness below the mind? In other words,
On the mind, huh?
where this Shanti is felt in a given being.
See, I means there are two parts, I means there are two parts. One part is your individual life, and the another part is universal life. So universal is I is here. It is common to all. It is like acting like a witness, sakshi. Whereas your individual is facing all these things. Understand? So if you go with this individual or soul, mind, or prana shakti, if it goes and merges here, it will get this shanti. Shanti is for the individual soul, not for the universal Paramatma. Understand? Now you can easily understand because you are practicing this. You got the basic structure.
Is complete Ananda itself. If you become a Paramatma, it's complete Ananda.
The main basic quality of Paramatma is Satchidanandam. Sat, that is everlasting. Chit means prakasham or divine life. So when you got your Paramatma, you will have the three qualities. Sat, Chit, Ananda. To get Ananda, to become Satya, you have to see the divine life. Where lies the human effort? You have to do that. Any more? Saurav. Ankur. Today you practice.
Yes, I felt very good.
Very good. Within one day itself.
Yes,
Last night you got initiated and you find the difference within one day because you are already doing Hatha Yoga. Something you are doing. So you find a lot of difference with this.
very different.
Very good. Yes, very.
So I felt that energy in the morning all day.
Yes, I already told you, you will get energy early in the morning when you practice. Okay.
And mind was very calm.
Very
It was not very. It was stable.
And who is whenever anybody is questioning, left at the airport. See, peace of mind means calm, shanti, like this. Say, you are like from reach that state. Some people, if you do meditation, you will get shanti. Is it possible? Is it possible with that?
Now we know the answer.
Because you know the answer, you can make question about that. You know your question. Practicing this. You cannot question about that. Right.
What is the root word for the Shanti in Sanskrit? What is the root for the Shanti? The root word?
Yes, Shanti, see, Nasti Buddhi Yuktasya Nacha Yuktasya Bhavana Nacha Bhavayasya Tapasyanti Achantasya Kotasukam. That is there in the second chapter. Nasti Buddhi Yuktasya. A non-yogi will never get this intellect. Nasti Buddhi Yuktasya Nacha Yuktasya Bhavana. Without this yoga, without this intellect, he will never have the Brahma Bhava. That means the Brahman is there everywhere. Whether it is animate or inanimate objects, he can never have that idea. Nasti buddhira yuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana. Nacha bhava yatasyanti. Without having that idea, how can you get peace of mind? Asyantasya kutasya sukham. A person without having this peace of mind, how can he enjoy the happiness? Eternal peace. These are the steps, you know. There are so many very good steps told in Bhagavad Gita. Why I call you know? If you go on questioning, the people enter, you get the entertainment.
Together we can entertain.
Yes, of course.
But tomorrow is a good camp. It's not for us.
Yes.
So what is the answer? You said now we know the answer. So what is?
Because he is practicing the same yoga what you are doing.
There is a joke in America. The little kids all goes to their in the Sunday morning where they go. The Sunday school in the church on the right. So all the little teacher asks the question. And one kid always has the right answer. Whatever the question, he used to say Jesus, and then it is the right answer. Here with Guruji, if you say yoga, most likely you will be right.
There is no other thing.
There is no other one. So
I am not condemning anybody, I will contribute to the state. Everyone it is there only.
So yes, I like that one because his emphasis on the yoga. What happens is,
Not only yoga, I am emphasizing on energy.
yes, yoga and energy. Because if you really look from a scientific perspective, energy cannot be created or cannot be destroyed, right? It's a constant. And that energy is what, when we understand that oneness, that is when we can understand that truth, that sun becomes the reality. And to apply to ourselves is very hard because we identify with body, we identify with mind, not with that energy that cannot be destroyed, that cannot be created. When that understanding comes, I know that I'm part of that. That is when we can have the strength.
I'm having the same, I was going to agree with what you were saying before. When you ask a question of energy had to go up.
Yes.
That would be the answer. I see a lot of questions people ask, but then you bring everything to that one point. You have been emphasizing that.
Yes.
So that's why I don't really have to ask question because that is basically the point.
Yes.
Missing the point.
See, the answer is this only,
But
we have to arrive at
Yeah.
how
And
we are
explain.
divested. To get that answer, gradually you have to arrive to this point. What is
So
it?
I have a question. Yesterday we were discussing about it.
Ah.
Possibly. The energy that we derive from yoga and pranayama.
View that. Is what?
So the energy that we derive from yoga and pranayama, that energy, how do we control that energy? How does that energy not go out of control to the person who now possesses it?
Yes, yes.
How do we
Who is
channel
going
it?
to control that energy? By mind only. Mind only. Is it? So the mind itself is becoming merged in that Atman. Who is going to control? So that's why your concern is only to increase your energy. If you go on increasing your energy, that will be merged into Paramatma. He will look after everything. He will control everything. He is doing everything. I will give an example that this is a conversation happened between Rambha and Sukabrahma. Sukabrahma and Rambha. Rambha has questioned Sukabrahmarshi. What will happen if you get salvation? What will happen to this body? She asked one question. Sukabrahmarshi replied like this. See, this is a rented house. This is a rented house. In this house, you are a tenant. You are a tenant. But originally, this house belongs to a owner. Owner. So if you vacate this house, either by death or by going to him, who is taking responsibility of this house? The owner. Who is that owner? Paramatma. So who is going to control this? Paramatma. He is already controlling this. Only thing is you are thinking that I am doing it with Katrutvam. Remove that. Everywhere, always he alone is doing. Only thing is you are playing a middle part that I am doing. So control is not within ourselves. There is one, our Gurudev, Swami Ramananda Paramahansa, used to tell one sloka, wonderful sloka. I will first let me tell. Yat krutam, yat karishyami, tat sarvam namaya krutam, tvaya krutam, tat palabhuk tvameva madhusudana. There is one beautiful sloka. Yat krutam, whatever I have done. Yat karishyami, what is that I am going to do? Tat sarvam namaya krutam. All these things are not done by me. Tvaya krutam, you are doing that. Tat palabhuk, the karma phala facer is also you. Tvameva madhusudana, you are that everything. Only I am playing a middle part, thinking that I am doing. I am vacating that. So who is going to do all these things? He is always doing from the beginning itself. Yat krutam yat karishyami tat sarvam namaya krutam tvaya krutam tat palabhuk tvameva madhusudana. Because till now we are feeling that I am an individual, we will say again, think that who is controlling, who is responsible for all these things. Before our single eye, there is a greater eye always there before our individual soul. All this Vedanta and human effort or whatever yoga, all these things are only to remove your ego, your individuality. What is it?
Speaking of the control, practical question, Guruji. So I'm doing yoga, right? So when I do 2 hours in the morning. When I do 2 hours in the morning, I'm very balanced throughout the day.
Yes.
But when I increase it, if I go to 3 or 4 hours, then I am very agitated.
You are?
Agitated. I have more energy.
Okay.
At the same time, I'm more irritable also. And the same thing, if I do in the evening, I get so much energy, I can't sleep. I want to do things in the night time. So now speaking of the control, I'm not in control of anything. So how do I deal with this situation?
Yes. That is a practical question. See, when you are doing yoga, you get energy, no doubt. But when you are doing continuously or doing at a higher level, sometimes yogis will get irritated. will get irritated, because when their brain has gone to certain level of consciousness, when you are coming in contact, dealing with the people around him who have got lesser energy. So whatever they say, whatever they behave, that will irritate the people of higher energy.
Continuously smart, but then
Huh?
he got irritation and he shock and shouting and then I see.
So that will happen. That's not a bad omen, you know. That is because of heat. Oh, the heat generated in the body, he will be very shaky. Shaky in the sense, he will never tolerate for any injustice or any undoing things. He will never tolerate. It is not a bad effect. That is a good thing. But the only thing is that I have gone to this level and say that I can do anything. You should never do like that.
I guess my point is, for me, I feel like I need to control that. So my reaction to that is, I try to keep it within 2 foot.
No. See, controlling in the sense, you don't feel that I have gone to higher level and I have no control. So there is a controller. Why do you worry? Do yogam. You do not only 2 hours, you do yogam for 24 hours. But there is one person, there is a supreme being is controlling everybody. So don't worry about that.
She said no sleep also.
Huh?
She said no sleep also.
No sleep, that is also, see, sleep means, that's what I told. Sleep means there is abundant water in the brain and the body, you will get more sleep. If you do yogam, because yogam will give rise to heat, that heat will never allow you to go to more sleep. So you will have less sleep. Even if you get less sleep, don't worry, because you will be always energetic, you know. A man without yogam, if he doesn't have sufficient sleep, he will be irritated and he will be drowsy, and again he will be very weakened. But a person who is doing yogam, even though he does have less sleep, because he is always energetic, he will never feel any weakness. That's why Lord Sri Krishna addresses Arjuna, Aham Atma Gudakesha, in the 10th chapter. Aham Atma Gudakesha. Oh Arjuna, he addressing Arjuna as Gudakesha. Gudakesha means master of sleep. Guda means sleep. Isha means Prabhu, master. So you have conquered sleep. Conquered sleep, but not just by mere conquering sleep, conquering ajnana, conquering ignorance. So conquering ajnanam, ignorance, or passing beyond the darkness, then only will be called as Gudakesha. So whatever we are doing this sadhana only to cross over this only. Yesterday you question that.
So one more question. So we practice yogam facing east or
Yes.
Which direction should we sleep?
Direction in the sense?
Like where should our head be when we sleep in the night? Is the position of the sleep also affected by something? Like,
Okay. I understood your question. See, when there is a deep relaxation, will you try to select the posture of sleep? See, a labor man is there. He is already did so much exhausted his energy. He has to relax first. So he will never select a proper bed and other things. He will sleep whatever posture he likes. Is it not? But for a man, he has to sleep on the left side. On the left side, because the heart is on the left side. So at that state, the heart will take some rest. The heart will take some rest. If you sleep on the right side, the heart has to hang on the chest. If you sleep on the right side, the left side heart will have to hang onto the ground. Understand? It won't get proper blood supply also. It won't get proper. But at the time of getting up, you have to turn into the right side and get up.
Right side.
Right side. Why? Because during sleep, when you are sleeping on the left side, your heart has got much blood, sufficient blood during the left side because of dependency. Yes. Not only that, your respirations will be moving right side. If you test yourself, the sympathetic nervous system will be predominant. Your right nostril will be functioning much if you sleep on the left side. If you press the left side of chest, naturally the right channel will be open.
That's correct. I was confused. I read this somewhere and I could not understand.
Now you got it clear. One thing. And the other thing is, at the time of when you are getting up, don't get up while you are sleeping on the left side. Turn to right side and get up. Why? Because you have to empty the heart. If you turn to the right side, you will empty the heart. Then only you get up.
Guruji, the other problem is I cannot get up sometimes. I keep buzzing my alarm like for 30 minutes before I get up. I am not very clear. Like if I have to get up at 3:30, I don't have a strong mind that I have to get up. So if I have to get up at 4, I'll put an alarm for 3:30. And I have.
You will take half an hour to get up from the alarm.
Except yesterday, this morning when I came here, was the first time in my life. Even my wife was surprised.
See the difference. Because he is a cardiologist, he could understand what is happening in his system.
So
within one day you got that result.
So I don't know how to control that, but I hope it will work.
See, if you are practicing this, your entire medical knowledge will be utilized with this. You can understand everything by this yoga. What is happening in your body. Till now, even though we did specialization, super specialization, we could not know. But if you enter into the systemize and go to the center, then you can understand what is happening in every system. Is it not?
I mean, today was very surprising, so I wanted to actually tell you.
Yes.
Like my alarm rang and
in fact, I wanted to come and test you. When I am doing this, you said that I saw you. But when I started to come and see you, you already gone. Because of some work.
I have my piano class.
But anyhow, you got the result. So, shall we close the session? Okay. Now we are closing the session. Om Swasthi Prajabhyah Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahesha Go Brahminebhyah Subhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhuno Bhavam. Om Sarve Sukhunas Santu Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Paschyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahviryam Karvavahe Tejasvina Vadhetamastu Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Jai Gurudev.